leggera
Afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to discuss the topic that is yes, good afternoon. Today we are going to discuss the topic related to determining the project cost. So for the project manager, there are two different responsibilities. One is to see that the project is under control. Under control in the scheduling part. The scheduling is aptly done, and the project completes on time. Correct. And the second aspect is to control the cost. When the project cost is uh, duration, when the project completes on time or before time, what will happen is two things are there. One is the employees have to be basically uh, have to be paid more, correct? So what will happen is one when the employees are paid more incentives, the motivation will increase, and there will be the work or the activity of the project is completed fast. Correct. So what will happen is if the project manager really wants to fix the project activities fastly, then the project cost there is a chance that project cost may go up. So the topic that we are going to discuss today is project crashing or determination of the project cost. The intention is basically project crashing. What is the objective here? Objective is basically to determine the project cost. Okay. So when we are discussing this project cost, few things we are supposed to know before we start solving this problem. So project cost has two different components. One is the direct cost and another is indirect cost. Direct cost and the indirect. Let's see what is direct cost. It is also called as the normal cost. Okay, it includes purchase of raw materials. It includes purchase of raw materials. Okay. Just make note of this. Then we'll go ahead. Basically, direct cost is what is the cost that is directly included or that is directly incurred because of activities that are performed in order to complete that particular activity. Okay, so let us assume that purchasing of the raw material. So for purchasing the raw material, we require labor, correct? And we require machines in vehicles, correct? Transportation vehicles. So these can be considered as a direct cost because they are directly involved in completing these activities. And not only that, even the cost of the raw material can be considered as a direct cost. So it includes purchase of raw material, hiring employees to complete that activity, purchase of machines, etc. Correct? So this actually all these are included in the direct cost. Next is we have the direct cost. Okay. These costs the late completion penalty, administrative expenses, and rewards for completing the activity. Correct? So we can call it as a bonus also. Now, one of the example if I have to give for this late completion penalty. Okay. Actually, what happened was uh, recently I had ordered for I recently I had ordered for uh, one of the 50 responses, that is 50 responses from one of the market research companies. Okay. And what happened was they actually promised that they'll be providing 50 responses, 50 responses in a span of 5 days. Okay. But what happened was in that 5 days span of duration, they could only collect from 15 to 16 responses. Right? Only 15 responses, 15 responses or 16 responses gather. Now, we had actually committed that they will be collecting 50 responses. But later, what happened, they could only collect 15 or 16 responses. So what happened was, in order to see that their reputation will not be lost, there will be no loss of reputation. So what the company did was, they had 50 responses extra, and they did not claim any money for that extra 50 response. Okay. So this is basically, actually, I had placed order 50 responses, but they had in turn given me 50 plus 15 responses. That is totally 65 responses. So what does this mean here? This is nothing but loss of revenue. Is it right? This is the loss of revenue for the organization, for the market research organization. They have lost some of the revenues by giving extra responses to me, uh, more than what I expected. But in that process, what is being done is they have retained the customer. Now I will be willing, definitely, I will be willing to go back to that particular company and get some more responses. Is it right? So just to see that their reputation is being saved, safeguarded. So what we do is uh, they actually gave out 15 responses. Is it right? Now this is nothing but late completion penalty. Okay, this can be considered as an example for the late completion penalty. Okay, so what it is actually a loss for the organization. They will have to pay those respondents, correct? Because they may have paid and they may have collected responses from professionals. Is it right? So that cost is gone for them. Is it right? That will not be recovered. So that is nothing but late completion penalty. So administrative expenses. Next is administrative expenses. Right? It can be stationaries required, stationaries, that is any type of the writing material or reading materials that are required. And similarly, just to see that all the workers' salaries are uh, being credited on time. Correct? So these are the staff who actually see that the salaries are being credited on time and leaves are being managed properly. Correct. So they can be considered under this administrative expenses. Correct. So they are actually required, isn't it? So the salary has to be credited on time, and some person is required from the organization and who actually monitors all this salary crediting, debiting of each employee. Correct. So they have to be paid. That is, administrative staff have to be paid. Correct? So that is, they can be considered. They are definitely considered as the indirect cost. Okay. Next is rewards for completing the activities at the earliest. So definitely, I think the statement itself says what it is. Correct. If the you are actually paying out the bonus to employees for completing the activities at the earliest possible duration. Okay. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll this brief description. We'll start with one of the example. So what exactly does all this mean? Next, we'll write definition for this. What does normal duration mean and what is crash duration? And what is normal cost? And what is the uh, crash cost? We'll check. So first activity is 1-2. Next is 1-3, 2-3, 2-4, 3-4, and 4-. Next, 8, 5, 6, 7, 4, 3. Correct. This is the normal duration. Let's see what is the crash duration. Crash duration 534721. Normal cost. Normal cost is 1,600. Correct. So this is basically the table or the data given in the. Okay, so after this table, we will for what normal restoration, normal and is it done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So the question statement is okay, so the question statement is determine the okay, so this is now basically what they have done is explain the concept of normal cost. Here, one dash two one dash two normally takes it to complete. Okay. So in a normal scenario, this activity actually takes what 8 days time. Okay. normal cost. Just a minute, just a minute. Or else make it as normal duration. Just make this change. Its explanation is limited to normal duration, not normal. Okay. Normal duration means what? In the normal scenario, it takes normally it takes at this time. Okay. Now let's see what is crash duration. Project manager. Project manager can finish activity 1-2 by 5 days. Okay. That means within 5 days, this activity can be finished. Okay. So that is the maximum possible duration by when we finish this activity. This crash duration. Is it right? Is it understood? The concept. So normally it is taking 8 days, but this activity can be completed within 5 days. Now, how this activity can be completed? That is the next question. Let us assume that initially this activity was completed by hiring 4 employees. Now, if this activity has to finish within 5 days, then what would happen is project manager may have to hire more number of employees. Just a simple example, the building construction. Let us assume that there is a building construction
So
project.
we need to consider always the first activity.
No. This is just an example. This is just an example. Uh, normal duration. In order to understand normal duration, only the first activity is being considered, but the concept remains the same. The same understanding holds good for all the activities. Okay, so I think it would be better if I let us consider 1-. Okay, so after this statement, you can start this particular, or after this statement, you can just write it as uh, to understand normal duration, 1-2 activity is being considered. Okay, so either of the way, either you can write this statement right in the beginning. Okay, so with the 1-2 activity, we are trying to understand normal duration, but this concept remains holds good for all the activities. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So let us consider building construction. Now, building construction normally it may take some 3 to 5 months, right? Let us assume it may take some 5 months duration. Now, let us assume that you want to finish the building construction as soon as possible. Normally, it takes 5 months time. That is the normal duration. The contractor may have told. Is it right? 5 months it will take to complete a building. Looking at the project cost and budget, whatever you have, and raw material available. Now, let us assume that there is certain urgency from your side, and you want the project manager to finish the same building construction within 4 months. That means you are advancing this particular completion by one more month, 1 month. That means what? So you will have to cover a lot of ground here. Correct? Is it right? That means you, the project manager, you as a owner, have to spend some more money. because finishing the activity uh, finishing the activity before 1 month may require some more costs, right? Now the project manager is up to the project manager to see that with the same cost, the project manager has to see that the activity of beforehand, before time, right? So the project cost should be the same, it should not increase, but the project should complete before 1 month. Is it right? So this can be sometimes the objective of the project manager, right? So how to achieve this? Answer is to use project costing, wherein most of the effort is towards reducing the project activity, but simultaneously project cost does not increase. So what was the last statement? The project manager can finish the activity understood by 5 days. This can be done employing more number of employees, more number of employees, and maybe purchasing more machines. Correct? Right? If you want to finish the construction work fast, then cement mixers may be required more in number because there are more number of employees. Purchasing of or hiring of whatever is project manager feels come. Anyone has any doubts until this point of time? Anyone has any doubts until this point of time? Anyone has any type of doubts until this? So if this activity finishes on the 8th day, then the total cost is 1,600. Okay, this is the total cost of 1-2. Is it fine? Is it understood here? So for 8 days, this is the total cost. Total cost. This is not the per day cost. This is the total cost for the complete 8 days. Okay. So shall I go to the next screen?
Yes, sir.
So crash cost. Crash cost Case 1-2 activity completed 5 days, 5 days, then project cost, uh, activity cost, and the cost is cost project manager wants on instead of 8th day, then more number of employees, have to be hired. Right? So if the project manager wants to finish this activity on the 5th day instead of 8th day, what will happen is more number of employees have to be hired, and uh, more employees means more salary, and more salary means what will happen is this activity cost will go up. Is that right? That is the reason to see cash cost is always more than the normal cost. Any doubts until this? Very simple concept. If you consider building construction example, possibly you will understand this concept very much easily. Okay, is it done? That means what? Normal duration for 1-2 is normal cost for 1-2 and cash cost. Now, incremental cost. Incremental cost divided by normal duration. It is nothing but if you have to see this activity, if it finishes on 8th day, it will take 1,600 rupees. But if the same activity has to finish by 5th day, it takes 2,500 rupees. So the total gap, if you have to see, is a gap of 900 rupees divided by that means 3 days. For 3 days, uh, if this activity has to finish 3 days earlier, then total cost is 900. By by paying 900 rupees extra, okay, by paying 900 rupees extra, the project manager is saving 3 days time. Okay, the project manager can basically advance this activity, the finish of this activity by 3 days. Is it right? So what will be the answer? First one, incremental cost
300.
300.
300. Yes. So what will be the? Is there any type of doubts here? Okay. So I feel there is no doubt. Okay, so the same thing has to be done for almost. Prepare two different columns. First one is activity. One is incremental cost. First one is 1 dash 2. What is the next activity? 1 dash 2 is already. What is the next activity?
1-3.
Next.
2-3. 2-4. 3-4. 4-5.
Yes. So calculate the incremental cost for all these activities. Same thing, same formula, and determine the incremental cost for all these activities.
$150.
Next 1-3 is 150. And how is it? What is the crash cost?
1,800.
And normal cost?
1,500.
Normal duration?
5.
Next one's 100.
Next one is
100.
100 rupees, correct?
0.
0, instead of telling it as 0, 0 means this will become incremental cost will be 0. as dash. Why? Because it is 0 divided by 0. So instead of writing it as 0 divided by 0, we'll write it as a dash. Next.
600. 550.
This is basically the calculation. Next. Those who have already calculated, if you remember our starting class, our initial classes, we had determined the project completion duration. Is it right? Project completion, that was the total duration to complete this particular project. So we determined that. So the same thing has to be done even for this particular problem. Why that is being done? Because first, if the project manager has to reduce the project completion duration, the project manager first the project manager should know what is the actual duration, the actual project duration. Only then the effort can be put to reduce this particular project duration. Is it right? So starting from the first node until the last node, try to identify what total number of paths that are possible. From the first node till the last node, try to identify the total number of paths that are possible.
So what we need to do?
Three
Yes, you have to determine project completion duration. Project completion duration, how did we determine it? Right from the initial node and the last node, we have to determine the total uh, possible paths.
paths, sir.
For that, you have to take normal duration, no, sir?
Correct. Yes. So here, that is a valid question. Should we consider the normal duration or should we consider the crash duration? So we are supposed to determine the normal duration. Crash duration will come when we are trying to reduce the project completion duration. Okay. So for now, we will determine the possible path from node 1, node 5, and project completion duration. Project completion duration is calculated by considering the normal duration. So just tell me the three paths which you mentioned earlier.
1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5.
So what is the activity duration?
8 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3. 21.
21. Next path.
1 to 2, 4 and 5. 8 plus 7 plus 3.
Next.
1 to 3, 3 to 4 and 4 to 5. 5, 4 and 3.
Friends. So the same way you determine the project completion duration. Now, what should be the project completion duration? Should it be the minimum value
21.
21,
or
sir.
yes,
Maximum.
maximum value? Yes, maximum has to be considered. That is 21. That's right. Okay, so why this is considered calculated? Because project manager should know in the normal scenario what is the project completion duration. Only then the effort can be put to reduce this particular duration. Now, this number has to be brought down. This has to be reduced. 21 days has to be reduced. Basically, the effort which is to be done, direction we are supposed to go in. This is basically the calculation. Just make note of this.
So
Yes.
while writing, we'll be writing directly project completion duration itself.
Uh, that means I did get it.
Like now, after the calculation, we got 21,
Correct.
right, sir? So that is, we'll write as project completion duration itself.
No, still we have to reduce this particular project completion duration. Maybe below 21 or
Okay.
21 itself. So we'll get to know only once we start our calculation. This is the first step. Next, we will see how to go on. Going ahead. 21. Next, total project cost. So in order to complete this project in 21 days, what is the total project cost? Direct cost, the normal cost. I think we missed out one component in our question. Just go back. So total project cost is up, but direct cost plus indirect. Okay. So this we are supposed to consider. So normal cost, it is given in the question statement. We have to total that column and we have to get the total normal cost or the total direct cost. That will be the total direct cost for this particular project, and it will not change variably. Even if the project duration increases or decreases, doesn't have any type of impact. But it is the only the component which will have a big impact, the indirect cost. If the project completion duration increases, the indirect cost increases, and if the project completion duration decreases, the indirect cost component will decrease. Okay. So what is the total normal cost? Total direct
Nine-
cost
9,200.
9,200.
9,200. And just tell me the values here. 1,600 plus
1,500 plus 1,800
yes.
plus 1,400, 2,000
Okay.
and 900.
Total is 9,000. The direct cost. Now, just make one addition in the question statement. You have missed it. While writing the question, one component. Determine the crash duration and the project cost. So after this, one more statement. Okay. So just write this particular statement. Space somewhere. Determine the crash duration and the project cost. So after that, the indirect cost. So just make this addition in the question statement. Indirect cost 250 rupees per day. be written in the question statement. Just add the status. Okay. 250 rupees is the indirect cost per day. Okay, so this is done. So total indirect cost is total indirect cost is 250 rupees per day. That means 250 into project duration. First problem is just mention that this is given. All this also given. Just mention it somewhere in the notebook. What should be the indirect cost?
5250.
5250.
50.
Everyone getting the same answer? Into 21 days, 5250. Next, total project cost
14,450.
is it right? So this is basically the total project cost. All right, so we'll just stop here. The project has to finish in 21 days. Total money spent is 14,450. Okay, so this is the total budget for this particular project. Now the project manager's challenge is the project manager has to reduce the total project duration from here onwards. Okay, the project completion duration also has to reduce, and the project cost also should not increase. All right, so this has to happen. Okay, so we'll conclude the class here. About the sessional, I think yesterday's class I had told that on 22nd we'll have the first session. So basically the question paper will be uploaded in the LMS. Okay, and so the total duration for this first sessional 50 minutes, that is 50. That is 3 o'clock if the sessional starts. It will finish at 3:50. Now the reason for increasing this duration from 40 minutes to 50 minutes, the student has to download the question paper from the LMS. Okay, the question paper will be made available at 3 o'clock on 22nd. Okay, so once you log into the LMS, you will be able to see the question paper. Right, so once you download it, you have to write the answers in the A4 sheet. Okay, and once you have finished writing the test, you take a snapshot of the same and upload it in the LMS. So all this process, maximum take 50 minutes of time. Right, so in this 50 minutes of time, you have to solve the question paper and you have to submit it to the LMS. And the pattern of the question paper will be it will be either 5 or 10 marks questions. Questions will be there, but there will be no MCQ questions. right? This is basically things I wanted to detail upon. Okay, so here we will conclude the class. Class here submit the list
Yes.
of absentees.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.